History lovers, welcome back to the History Files. I'm your host, Lumy. And oh my gosh, do I have a story for you today? We're talking about the Canadian Pacific Railway, and trust me, this is way more exciting than watching paint dry on a train car. So picture this. It's 1871, and British Columbia is basically like that friend who says they'll only come to your party if you pick them up. Except instead of a ride across town, they wanted an entire railway across the continent. The deal was simple: build us a railroad to connect with the rest of Canada, or we're not joining Confederation. Talk about high maintenance. Enter John A. Macdonald, and no, not the McDonald's guy, though he probably would have made a fortune selling burgers to railway workers. This prime minister had what they called the national dream, connecting Canada coast to coast with iron rails. Ambitious? Absolutely. Crazy? Maybe a little. Expensive? Oh, you bet. But here's where it gets juicy. The Pacific Scandal of 1873. McDonald got caught taking bribes, and honestly, the drama was better than any reality TV show. Politicians getting kicked out of office, contracts getting canceled. It was political chaos with a capital C. Then came the real hero of our story, William Cornelius Van Horn. This guy was like the ultimate project manager on steroids. In 1882, he promised to build 800 kilometers of track in 1 year. People thought he was absolutely bonkers. But you know what? He nearly did it. 672 kilometers plus sidings and branch lines. Not bad for someone everyone thought was totally crazy. Now, let's talk about the workers, because this is where the story gets really heavy. Thousands of Chinese laborers were brought in, and their treatment was absolutely horrific. They were paid between 75 cents and $1.25 a day. And get this, they were paid in rice mats. Meanwhile, they were doing the most dangerous jobs, working with explosives to blast through mountains. Historians estimate between 600 and 800 Chinese workers died building this railway. That's not just a statistic. Those were real people with families and dreams. But wait, there's more drama. By 1883, the railway company was basically broke. Like, seriously running out of money. The government had to step in with $22.5 million in loans. That's like, well, I can't even imagine having that much money in my piggy bank. Then came the Northwest Rebellion in 1885, and Van Horn was like, hold my coffee, I've got this. He transported troops to suppress the rebellion in just 10 days using incomplete sections of track. Talk about improvising under pressure. Finally, November 7th, 1885, the golden moment. The last spike was driven at Craigalackie, British Columbia. Donald Smith, later known as Lord Strathcona, hammered in that final spike, and boom! Canada was connected coast to coast. 4 years late, but hey, better late than never, right? And can we talk about how they chose their logo? They picked a beaver to honor Donald Smith, who had worked in the beaver fur trade. I mean, of all the animals they could have chosen, bears, eagles, moose, they went with the beaver. Honestly, that's so Canadian, it hurts. The railway wasn't just about moving people in freight, though. They had these incredible silk trains that carried millions of dollars worth of silk from Vancouver to New York. These trains had their own armed guards and had priority over everything. Even passenger trains had to pull into sidings to let the silk trains pass. Imagine being late for your date because a silk train went by. Today, after merging with Kansas City Southern in 2023, the railway operates as Canadian Pacific Kansas City, connecting 3 countries with over 20,000 kilometers of track. From those first difficult years with Chinese workers dying in mountain passes to luxury holiday trains spreading Christmas cheer, the CPR has been part of Canada's story for over a century and a half. That's all for today's History Files. Remember, history isn't just dusty old facts. It's real people doing extraordinary things, making mistakes, dreaming big, and sometimes succeeding beyond their wildest imagination. Until next time, keep exploring the past.